right. So that's like
that was created by
background.
Nick Krem, by the way.
Nick Krem, shout out for
so much. That
That's
was amazing.
incredible.
So we have Hartanto Boen here, right? Hartanto was with us for, I mean, how many years?
This is my 8th year.
8th year in real estate.
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay, and he was with us at Kingdom Realty.
Yes, since day one, I never moved. So when we moved to EXP, so I think this is a big growth, a big opportunity for me. So I can continue. I think personally, I'm in the right track because I go always with my champs here.
With the champion.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I got it.
So tell me about your business. Tell me about the clients you're serving and what you do for them.
I'll do mostly residential, a little bit commercial, but I'm working in this neighborhood. So no matter what, we have to deal with the co-op and condo. So that's kind of in the stage of property I'm dealing with almost every single day.
So you are an everyday real estate professional going out there helping people, buy and sell homes.
Yes. In the first couple of years when I was doing with the exit before, so he's convinced me, hey, dude, you have to come up and then in this industry, so let's do it in a full-time way. So at the time, I'm very, very convenient in my comfort zone. I was working in the jewelry company, nice environment, everything. But I realized after I started part-time, hey, is part-time, and he told me you are the first person, so you break this record, you could hit
right. If you're doing this part-time, imagine what you could do with the rest of your day in real estate.
Yeah. So first year I'm still thinking all about that. So I quit from my job and then I go with this seriously. And then second year, first year I make okay, and second year I'll see something big opportunity in myself. And then third year I say that's it, I'm quit. I told him right away, I'm full time. So in that day,
so in part-time, you're going to the trainings, you're going to the coaching, you're part of the culture. And by the way, what's amazing about this transition that your team made is you kept all the culture, you kept all the training going. Like you guys didn't shift to one thing, right?
It was business as usual, right? And it was the same people around us. And that's really what was important to us. I mean, Hartanto's been kind of traveling with us along the way, going to all the conferences with us, learning with us. And in the beginning, when he first came into the business, he was mostly working on the buyer side, right?
Yeah.
And he was really good at working the buyers. I mean, the level of trust they gave to him and the level of service that he gave to them, it was just amazing. So he became a top buyer's agent. But then after how many years? Maybe 2 years?
More than 2 years.
A little after 2 years, right?
The industry is shifting, so there's a low inventory, and then I start, okay, I cannot do this anymore. But personally, yes, I'm very, very strong and confident with working with the buyer because I know why. They always need me. On top of that, after they became my client, and then they're always calling me. And then most of my listing right now, that's come back from the previous client. So that's the thing I love.
So he's got repeat business. But right now, the shift that I've seen a little after the 2.5 years that, the 2 years when he first started, is he started focusing a little bit more on the listing side.
Yeah.
Right. And that's when the business really took off for you. That's when I saw this.
What I'd like to know is like, what was it that allowed you to make that shift? Because there's a lot of agents out there right now. They're maybe working with buyer's agents that are maybe working as a buyer agent capacity that would love to make that shift. How were you able to make that shift into working with more sellers?
Number one, I think I gained more experience and more confidence in myself in the first 2 years. So I told you I was a part-time, and then the third year I got more training, become more confident. I attend a few seminar and then conference. So I think that I said I have to do this in the correct way. So now I become a listing agent.
Cool. And so now, how long have you been with EXP now?
In the first,
it's about 6-7 months.
6 months. And have you seen a change in your business? I mean, what do you feel different?
As personally, I strive to move forward. I think I'm an entrepreneur, and then we are business person. Number one, it's all about money. It's just true. So with the EXP, number one, I save more money.
Yep.
I should pour in 40 to 45,000 a year. That's for the fee that I always gave it to them. because of the transaction that I get 30%.
He's talking about
He would remind me all the time too,
All right.
and this was
at his old company.
this was it was so tough for me because you know, I mean, we're brokers, right?
Right.
So we want the most for our agents,
Right.
but there's only so much we could give because we have to feed the beast,
Right.
the beast of the brokerage,
Right.
right? Even though you know that they deserve more. So top producers, should you punish them by charging more in fees? Right?
Which
Every
is what
year,
happens.
Hartanto would come to me and say, "Take a look at this.
Look,
Vincent, take a look at this. Look how many tens of thousands was
that brings up a big point, and that's probably why if you're watching this and you see a lot of top producers move into EXP, and you're wondering why they're moving. Well, there's quite a few reasons, but what you just mentioned is probably a universal thing for top producers. Unfortunately, the old broker model kind of punished the agent by making more money, right? So if they did well and they were serving the consumer at the highest level, the consumer was giving them trust and they were offering a maximum amount of value. And because of that, they had a high earning potential. Well, the broker nickel and dimed them and charged them fees, especially, you know, in some models till eternity, like our last one, right?
Yeah.
Now coming into this model, you have an opportunity to cap out, right? So it's you cap out at probably one of the lowest caps in the market, right?
Yeah.
And you have an opportunity to even get all of that cap back to you in ownership in the company. And I just never seen it. I've never had a broker come up to me and say, "Hey, you know what? You did a great job. You did so well. I'm going to give you all your money back."
Yeah.
Right?
Here's a bigger piece. Here's a bigger piece of ownership in the company that you work for.
And that,
right?
And let me tell you, I mean, as a top producer, that's pretty exciting and inspiring, right? It makes you just want to keep going out there because you don't have to have to talk with the old broker and say, "Hey, man, can me a better deal here."
It's more high fives now. You know?
Yeah.
Close this deal. I got this thing. You know, it's more like a partnership.
That just feels better.
And of course, it's not just feeling, but this is about hard working. We work so hard in this industry, so I think we deserve it. All right. So now after I kept, I got 100%.
Yeah.
Before I never feel it. 100%. Wow, this is a big, huge difference. So that's the most important.
So he's getting the 100%. He's participating in revenue share because you have some people that you've already attracted into the company.
So potentially making over 100% with the revenue share added in, right?
And I think what we have here is going to be a future icon in the business, right? So he's working towards receiving all that he's paid in the cap back in the form of stock. Right, and Hartanto is a new second-time father.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. So he rounded it out. He had a boy before, and now he's got a little daughter, which is
good stuff,
fantastic,
man.
beautiful.
That's awesome.
And to me, I see that, you know, this is the future for your daughter. This is, you know, the ownership in the stock. That's the college education, right? Imagine being, you know, 20-year business.
I definitely should have done this because 6 kids. I should have bought stocks a long time ago.
Yeah.
Jeez, where was I thinking?
Imagine just taking a little piece of your commission and just having that foresight to take 5% of your commission to buy stock at a 10% discount. Imagine we did that from the first deal we ever had as brokers, as agents. It would have been a game changer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's a beautiful thing that you have the opportunity to do that now that she's a newborn. Right. And I think that's really going to provide for her going forward.
That's incredible. Yeah. I actually never thought about it that way specifically, but you know, in the history of real estate, there's never been an organization that's defined itself in creating a model that would serve the unborn child of an agent, right? Like we just had to figure it out, by the way. It's like, oh, well, I guess I just sell more homes. And, you know, that's not a great model when we start thinking about it. It's like, we get in this business so we can, you know, a lot of us get into business because we want some more flexibility and we want to be able to be with our families and we want to be able to make money and we want to have, you know, the ability to get paid based on how hard we're working and how diligently we're working. But for the only answer for you to be able to retire is just keep working harder and not see your kids. That's not a long-term model, right? So what EXP decided to do is like, hey, listen, we're going to reward you by giving you ownership in the company, stock that you can pass on to anybody else or sell, right? And also the revenue share by helping us grow the business and reward you and say, hey, listen, as an owner, if you're growing the business, you deserve a bigger piece of the pie, right? And they're going to give you that for as long as that agent's with the company, and they're going to pay you that revenue share from the company side. And it just allows us to have a bigger, stronger organization, more diverse and more efficient, and offer an exponential return on the investment. So pretty excited. I'm just curious, if there was somebody out there that was thinking about joining the EXP, what would you tell them?
I think especially for the new agent, if they really want to grow, I think this is a good place to stay with. Number one, I can tell it's not about the system, to be honest with you. I like the system, everything. I like the revenue share. I like the technology. So that's supporting all those information for us as a new agent. So the training that we have, this is tremendous training that we got every single week. So, and then on top of that, so everywhere you go, you're on top of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a good opportunity. So I'm glad particularly in this part of the company. I hope we could do something much better in the future.
Cool. And for the top producer, right? You don't have to go to your broker and try to keep renegotiating because you got a great deal. You're gonna make over 100% in the model when you calculate the revenue share and add that to your commission. And you're gonna have the stock options and all those extra things. And it just seems like EXP keeps coming out with new tools every single day, like express offers and the EXP Healthcare and the Moving Hub and all of those other things to ensure that you have every tool. I mean, I love the EXP Marketing Center. An agent can go in there and look at the Marketing Center and they can pull down a listing presentation or a buyer's presentation and customize it, and social media templates inside there and door hangers and every tool. I felt like an agent when they first started, they're overwhelmed, like I got to figure out all of this stuff. And being able to just go in the toolkit and just get the information that they need so they can, go to work right away. I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, you hit it on the nose. I think for an agent who's just getting in the business, or maybe they're in the business, but they haven't really gotten the most out of it, but especially for the top agent who is on the high level right now and is just looking for the engine that's going to bring them to the finish line.
Yeah,
that's it.
This is the challenge I have for everybody: is take the model that EXP brings to the table and plug in last year's numbers into it, right? And just put it side by side and take a look.
Yep.
Right. And I've had somebody, a very analytical friend who was reviewing, and at first he said, no, absolutely not. 4 months later, he called back and he said,
I ran the numbers.
Right. Guess how much I would have had in stock alone.
Yep.
Not counting anything else, just the stock alone, if I were to came a year prior. Right.
I want to thank you for joining us and sharing a little bit about your story. And I'm excited that you're out there and you're a partner and you're helping your consumer get to the next destination. And I'm looking forward to seeing your success and building a monster team. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.